Here, the linear sequence of amino acids are called primary structure. If you look at the secondary structure, this primary structure folds in a specialized pattern. So there are two specific patterns in which this primary structure, the sequence of amino acid, is folded. So just see the alpha helix and beta sheets. Beta sheets. These are the two secondary structures generally found in the protein structure. So how alpha helix is present? Alpha helix is present like this. Okay. So like this. And beta sheets are present. They are like this. So these are beta sheets and these are alpha helix. Generally we study about these structures in biomolecules in the first year. Okay. Now just see outline. So this is secondary structure. Now what is tertiary structure? The next level of structural organization is tertiary structure. So in tertiary structure, this primary structure fold upon itself and or crisscross on itself and forms many cervix or packets in the structure. Just imagine here this primary structure is showing in a line diagram. So here all these things. So here the primary structure folding upon itself or crisscross on itself and forms many cervix. Here you can see some packet like structure. So these packets or cervix are called active site. Active site. So what is active site? Active site is formed only on the tertiary structure. That's why enzyme, when it is present in the tertiary structure, only it is active, but it is inactive in either primary structure or in secondary structure. So we can convert this tertiary structure into primary structure or secondary structure by heating enzyme. If you expose any enzyme to 40 degrees or 50 degrees centigrade, then automatically that tertiary structure converts into secondary structure or primary structure. That means it loses its biological activity. So here in tertiary structure only enzyme is active. So how it is active? What is enzyme activation or activity? So here in tertiary structure it forms many pockets. So all pockets are not active sites. Please remember that all packets, there are so many packets which are formed on the surface of the enzyme, but not all packets or cervix are not active site. Only one pocket or cervix act as a active site. So what is the active site? What is the function of active site? So suppose for example this region on the surface of the enzyme is, just imagine it is active site. So here at this active site the substrate will come and bind to the enzyme. Specific substrate will come and bind to the enzyme on this active site. So the substrate where it will bind to the enzyme, that region or that pocket is called active site. Active site is nothing but the substrate binding region on the enzyme is called active site. So after binding substrate with the enzyme, what happens? Generally, if you see any chemical reactions, in any chemical reaction what happens? Chemical reaction is indicated with S, gives rise to P. So here S means substrate, P means product. So here substrates are converted to products. So that is chemical reaction, general chemical reaction. But here in enzyme catalyzed reactions also after binding substrate to the active site, this enzyme converts into product. Substrate converts into product. So here, enzyme catalyzed reaction is similar to the chemical reaction in certain conditions. Okay, but enzyme catalyzed reaction differs in some characteristic features, differs from chemical reactions. For example, chemical reactions takes place at high pressures, high temperatures, but enzyme catalyzed reactions require low temperature, or you can say at body temperature. Enzyme catalyzes the reaction. Generally, our body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. At this temperature, enzyme catalyzes the reaction very faster than chemical reactions. So that's why enzyme catalyzed reactions are very faster than chemical reactions. For example, here I will write one chemical reaction, that is barium hydroxide plus H2SO4. H2SO4 gives rise to barium sulfate plus 2H2O. 2H2O. Here barium hydroxide combines with or reacts with hydrogen sulfide and forms barium sulfate and water. This is chemical reaction. Okay. So here what happens? Barium hydroxide, the bonds which are present in barium hydroxide broken and new bond formed in between barium and sulfide. So in any chemical reaction, the existing bond breakage occurs, new bond formation takes place. So that is chemical reaction. So if you see enzyme catalyzed reaction, for example, carbon dioxide combines with water and forms H2CO3. H2CO3. Here this is carbonic acid. And this enzyme is catalyzed by this reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme is carbonic anhydrase. Carbonic anhydrase is an enzyme which is present in the cytoplasm of the RBC. So here carbonic anhydrase, it combines carbon dioxide with water and forms carbonic acid. So here just see the velocity of this reaction without or in the absence of carbonic anhydrase. In the absence of carbonic anhydrase, it is very slow process, slow reaction. Generally, 200 molecules of carbonic acid are formed in hour. In 1 hour, 200 carbonic acid molecules are formed. But when this reaction takes place in the presence of enzyme, that is carbonic anhydrase, just see the velocity of the reaction. 6 lakh molecules of carbonic acids are formed in a second, not in hour, in second. So the velocity of the reaction increased 1 million times. So that is the power of enzymes. So these are all about general introduction of the enzymes. Thank you.